What is up guys, and welcome to an episode of Rusty Bass Builds. Today I got a really cool duo trio bass design for you guys. Optimal for 2 or 3 man groups due to its interior design, storage space, and resource cost. For the cost of only 38,400 stone, or in other words, 1 1/4 full chests of stone, it is going to cost raiders a minimum of 10 rockets to get into your loot room, or 14 rockets to get into your cupboard room. In addition, this base has an optional external shell that you can build, costing an additional 74,000 stone for an additional 3 layers of wall. Now let's check out the interior. Opening the main entrance door, you're going to be entering a triangle foundation room and hopping on top of a small box. This box will allow you to jump open up a ladder hatch, which is located on the 3rd floor. Upon getting to the top of the ladder hatch, which is the 3rd floor, you're going to go ahead and see the loot room. Notice there's another double door on the other side of the loot room. This allows multiple people to loot all 8 of the chests, which is your primary loot room, without getting in each other's way. This is very efficient for duo or trio groups. Hopping up to the 4th floor, we have our main bedroom and smelting room, where we keep our bed, furnaces, and any additional loot boxes. Notice that there is enough room for 2 beds, but you can always rearrange the room to fit additional beds if you want to add a 3rd or even 4th additional player. Of course, you also have the option to rearrange the floors. You can put the loot room on the 4th floor and bedroom on the 3rd floor if you want additional protection for your loot room and less protection for your bedroom. You also have the option to add additional floors for additional loot rooms or bedrooms. On the 4 corners of the building, I also added small windows for you guys to hop in and do a little bit of defense. And then on the top floor is the roof floor. Like I said before, you can add as many layers as you like, but for this base design, at the cost of 38,000 stone, this is a 4-floor base. Now I'll show you guys how to build this base. The development is going to be on ×3 speed, so if you guys need to slow down the video to catch anything that you may have missed, on the bottom right hand side of the screen, you can click on the options, select speed, and slow down the video to 0.5 or 0.25 speed. This middle foundation will be your cupboard room. First, build up walls around the foundation, then remove this square foundation and replace it with a triangle foundation. This will take an additional 2 walls to knock down to get to the cupboard room if the raiders choose to approach from the right angles. I highly recommend upgrading all of these parts to sheet metal, for it is going to be buried inside the base, and you want to maximize your defense. Replacing the square entrance foundations with triangle foundations will allow you to build an extra layer of wall, increasing the amount of rockets required for the raiders to raid you if they choose to enter through the doors. Don't upgrade these foundation steps to stone if you're planning on creating the outer shell for the base. Next, just fill up the external triangle foundations with honeycomb pattern. Do not create triangle floors on the 1st floor, for it will give the raiders something to head jump onto when they break down your first layer of walls. It is entirely up to you if you want to use this room for a loot room, bedroom, or skip the floor altogether to increase the overall defense of your base. The shelves can be a little tricky to place. Make sure you place your walls first before placing the shelves, for the shelves have to phase into the stone walls slightly to allow 2 to fit. This is a very space efficient storage room design and must be placed perfectly for it to work. make sure the doors swing outwards so they don't get in the way of you looting. Be sure to place your external walls when creating a new floor first to prevent players from shooting you while you're crafting your base. And there you have it, a very small and compact, but cheap and effective base for smaller players to use in vanilla. Like I said before, there is an external layer that you can add to this base that is very efficient in resources, but very effective. At the cost of 74,000 additional stone, you're going to have an additional 3 layers of walls for raiders to tear through. There are a few modifications you're going to have to make to your currently existing base. Now, I do remove the bottom door here, but of course, for those of you that are building as you go in vanilla servers, don't worry about removing this bottom door. But if you are planning to add the additional exterior shell, make sure you make a 3rd floor door where your ladder hatches. What you're seeing here is a very popular method for creating a small air gap between 2 walls, allowing you to add an additional layer of wall where you normally wouldn't be able to. Notice that the triangle foundations lock in very nicely, preventing players from noticing that you are using the double wall method. Create doorways in front of your already existing doorways. This will be the new entrance to your base. Simply fill in the honeycomb pattern and make sure your walls are facing the correct way. Continue to fill up the honeycomb pattern all the way up to the top floor. Don't build any roofing or windows on the original structure if you're planning on creating this external shell. Windows will be completely useless and act as a weak spot, and the roofing won't be placed proper after the construction of the external wall. And there it is, the complete base with the external shell layer added. Now, time to raid this thing. I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like if raiders were to attack this base absolutely perfectly. And there you have it, guys, a cheap but effective duo trio bass design that isn't overly complicated to build. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to toss it a like and be sure to subscribe to me if you want to see any more Rust content. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the game.